name is Miranda Ordóñez, and this is Highly Mindful. Welcome back. Today, we are talking about burnout. Burnout is super important to call out. It's super important to understand because so many people are going through it, especially during a pandemic. Burnout is extreme exhaustion related to work. So when I was kind of brainstorming for this video, I was like, let me go see what the formal definition of burnout is. And it turns out that, first of all, we've only been using this word for like 50 years, which kind of tells me something. Like, that's pretty new, right? People have been working for a long time, but burnout was coined in the 70s by a guy who is a psychologist whose last name I can't pronounce because it's a big German last name, but I bet he couldn't pronounce Ordóñez, so we're even, okay? But he coined the term burnout, specifically related to helping careers like doctors and nurses, right? People who are like standing up for hours and hours, coming in for shifts on end, working over 24 hours, like that was burnout when the term was coined. We can experience burnout related to responsibilities at home, or I'm assuming responsibilities as a parent or in a relationship. No matter what age you are watching this, or what, school you go to, or what stage of life you're in, or what you're going through at this exact moment, burnout, unfortunately, is available to us all. There's no one way to experience burnout, but a couple of common things to look out for could be exhaustion. Really hard to get out of bed, really hard to muster up energy to do daily activities. It could be neglect of responsibilities or of your own personal needs, needing to eat, needing to keep up with hygiene, needing to respond to people, things like that. That can absolutely be impacted. Another way that burnout can show up is through imposter syndrome. I struggle with imposter syndrome, and if you do too, you may notice that sometimes that causes you to work even harder because you want to show up, you want to perform, you want to impress. So then you're working even harder, you're getting more burnt out, you're even more worried about your performance, and the cycle goes on and on and on. If you take one thing away from this video, burnout is extreme exhaustion. I don't think that it is a word we should just throw around all of the time, because there are other words. We're tired, we're fatigued, we're sleepy, we're, all these other things. And I always encourage people to really get clear about what they feel. Get clear with yourself. You don't have to answer to anybody about how you're feeling if you don't want to, but just for you, it's helpful to know exactly what you think you're feeling in that moment so you can track it. You start to learn more about yourself. You'll have more information for next time, more tools. And if you feel like burnout is coming and you're not ready to call it out yet, you're not sure if this is really it, that's okay too. Just check in with yourself. Try to notice patterns. If you're feeling a certain way every day after the workday, but you don't feel like that on the weekend, or you feel a certain way after conversations with a certain person, but not with others, just start to notice that. And if it ends up being burnout, I encourage you to let somebody know that, your most trusted friend or a parent or a family member, so that you have people in your corner. Do what you need to take care of yourself. Easier said than done, of course, but I hope that you're able to. If you want to keep talking about burnout or exhaustion or how to recover from burnout or exhaustion, then stick around. Let's keep getting highly mindful together. Make sure to turn your notifications on so you know when the next video drops, and I'll see you at the next session.